Rayo just pulled off the major upset, just beat Pitbull. Cruz, he already done got called out, man. Frank Martin said, good win, good fight, something like that. Let's run it, champ. Frank Martin want the Rayo fight, man. Just got knocked out by Tank. He lost to the best in the world. Can't be mad at him. Frank want the fight, man. Frank want a belt. It only makes sense that Frank move up to 140 because 135, man, he was killing himself. He looked bad at the weigh-in, could barely talk, could barely move, could barely put his socks on, man. He looked real bad, but he rehydrated good. Looked solid fight night against Tank, but at the weigh-in, man, he was looking bad. He was looking real bad. But yeah, he want Rayo next, man. Rayo just win. He just won. 30 seconds later, man, Frank Martin calling him out, man. It's crazy work, man. Let me know if y'all think Frank deserved a title fight, or who y'all think Rayo should fight next, man. Should he go try to get that Tank fight, man? I think Tank Rayo, I think that makes sense. But Frank Rayo, that makes sense too. And Keyshawn had called out Frank Martin, but word on the street is, Frank Martin said say less, but word on the street is that Keyshawn gonna get that fight with Dennis Berinchek, however you say his name, WBO champion. They say Keyshawn getting that fight next, man. He's a pay to try to get the fight. His team said that Bob already told him that Keyshawn getting that fight, and it only makes sense. Top rank on top rank. They're gonna keep that belt in the stable. But yeah, man, Frank calling out Rayo, man. What y'all think about that fight? I don't know who win that fight, man. That's a good one. That's a good fight. I don't know who I lean towards, man. I lean towards Frank, actually. Let me keep it real, man. I lean towards Frank. I think Pitbull is just too small. He don't box good enough. But Frank can actually box. So Rayo won't be outboxing him that easily like he did versus Pitbull. Or probably outboxing him at all, man. I have Frank winning that. They both got some power, though. It could go either way, depending on how Frank bounced back from that Tank KO, too. That's a major factor, too. But, yeah, I lean towards Frank Martin for sure. Let me know what y'all think, though, man. That's a solid fight. Rayo, Tank, I like to see that. But that's an easy knockout for Tank, man. I wanted to see Tank versus Loma, Shakur, maybe even Zepeda, but we're not getting that either. And Dennis Berinchek fighting Keyshawn, so we're not getting Tank versus Dennis. So we gotta see what fight we get next for Tank, man. I don't know. But Frank Martin called out Rayo, man. He want that fight. We might get it, actually. They both PBC. Makes sense, man. Frank signed to Earl. Earl probably got a card coming up December, January. So it makes sense, man. It makes sense, but we'll see, man. We'll see. Rayo look good, though. He looked good. I'm going to post this in the morning, but he looked good tonight, man. Robert Garcia had him right, man. He dominated on Pitbull. Pitbull, slow feet, can't box, though. I always said this. I don't know why I started believing in Pitbull now. I just thought Rayo was worse than that, but Rayo showed out, man. He didn't get in no firefight. He didn't brawl with him. He just boxed, and he got the W, man. And now Frank calling him out. Let's see if Frank get that fight. I think he deserved it, man. He took that Tank fight, big payday, big knockout, embarrassment, but hey, he looked good first what, 4 or 5 rounds. So people got a lot of respect for Frank. His star power done built up off of winning some rounds versus Tank, man. That'll build you up. Tank the biggest, man. But yeah, let me know what y'all think, man. I got Tank versus everybody, but I want to see Tank versus Shakur, and I wouldn't mind seeing Frank versus Rayo, man. Let me know who y'all think win that fight, man.